Whenever I go on Blog TV and do a show, everyone gives me crap and makes me feel bad because I haven't been posting videos like I promised in my Iron Man 2 review. Did not stick to my promise. Since my Iron Man 2 review, I have seen Babies 6 out of 10. It's an hour and a half of babies doing stuff, but there's a Mongolian kid abusing goats, and how can you not say, aw? So there's absolutely nothing to it. It's empty, it's instantly forgettable, but while you're watching it, it's really not as boring as you might think. So 6 out of 10. Forever After is actually surprisingly quite good. I actually enjoyed it a lot. The comedy is kind of put aside, and it tells a story that's familiar but really well executed. There's really not much to it, nothing really original in any way, but it definitely not as good as the first two, but definitely better than the third one, and I would say it's worth seeing. 7.5. And also I saw Prince of Persia, and I oddly loved it. I expected absolutely nothing, but I was really lost in this movie. I had a whole lot of fun. Plot holes, yes, but other than that, I really didn't have any problems with it. I thought it was excellent summer entertainment. 8.5, definitely go see that. But this is a review of Killers. Yeah! Now I'm on the non-anti-Ashton Kutcher side of the battle. I like him a lot, actually. Everyone's gonna be like, Butterfly Effect! He's great in that movie. That's like the most depressing, most moody, most ugly, relentlessly gloomy movie ever made. But he's really good in it. I've just always liked him. And I like him in this movie, Believable as a hitman, not really. But now this is from the director of The Ugly Truth, also starring Katherine Heigl, and the characters are exactly identical. Same kind of character, overthinks everything, is uptight, just needs to cut loose, single. It's the same exact character. Now, I like how this movie starts off with them meeting and everything, but it really is poorly paced, because it takes forever for the movie to finally get going. And I see what the film tries to do, how it's trying to develop, this relationship, and all the stuff at the beginning before, boom, boom, it starts happening. The problem is, when it goes to 3 years later, them meeting, sure, fine, it wasn't great, but it's okay, but 3 years later when they're married, as a happy married couple, it's just not believable at all. It's just cheesy and overly romantic, too happy. And then boom, it's not perfect anymore. I'm not going to go to say that Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl didn't have chemistry. I'll say they didn't have romantic chemistry. Because some of my favorite parts of the movie was between them, some of the humor of them arguing. But as them loving each other and being married and happy, no, it was lame. I didn't really buy the relationship. Everyone's saying it. If there's any plus with this movie, it is that Tom Selleck and his mustache are in it. A good deal. Tom Selleck and Catherine O'Hara are both pretty hilarious as Katherine Heigl's parents. And the reason why, and the reason I found at least, is that they're written characters. They're actually characters. There are things that make them funny. Like, the mother is an alcoholic, and Tom Selleck is basically a BA. And, he's uptight and has all these rules. They're written characters. If there's any problem with this movie, it's not just the often cringe-inducing, corny dialogue between Katherine Heigl and Ashton Kutcher being romantic, but it's how silly the plot comes off as. In plots like this, it's basically True Lies, but the fact is, it's all these neighbors, all their friends, are really trying to kill him for an award of $20 million. And it comes off as really, really, really silly when we have, old women, shooting at him, and him beating up girls. And this movie is actually pretty violent for a PG-13 romantic comedy. I know it's an action romantic comedy, but there's a scene where deer antlers go right through a girl, and she hangs there. And the girl I was with kind of turned to me and went, what the crap? This movie may not be for everyone. A slight warning there. I was kind of surprised by that. And, Chris Stuck in Quick Movie Reviews also said that, hey, Chris, I'm giving you that shout-out you always wanted. Holy crap. Who knew? I didn't even plan on it. There you go. You can stop bothering me about it. So, I don't even know if I'm, answering it, but is this movie good? I don't know if I'd say good. Mediocre? Yeah. Is it bad? Not really bad overall, but it's stupid and really inconsistent. Some of it's really funny, but some of it is just really bad writing. And the story is ridiculous, but overall I would not say that I was bored. I was somewhat entertained for the most part. Quality filmmaking goes, no, but as just being bored and wanting some entertainment. If you thought it looked good, sure, I say maybe give it a shot, but don't expect much. But really, I think it is good for Catherine O'Hara and Tom Selleck. There really is some funny stuff between Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl, although the romantic stuff did not work at all. Is the action good? Kind of. Some of it just felt really inconsistent, like just more action, just more people come try to kill him, nothing to it, nothing elevating a plot, nothing progressing any story at all, just more action. And some of the direction did kind of suck when it came to the action. I don't really know if I can give it a recommendation, but it's really not horrible. It wasn't screened for critics, and it only has 2 positive reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not really that bad, but it's definitely not a good movie. But you know what I'm saying. Just whatever. It's a blah. But I did somewhat enjoy it for an entertainment value, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Definitely better movies. I'd go see Prince of Persia, go see Shrek, go see Iron Man 2 if you haven't yet. But this isn't a complete waste. But it could have been better.